Today, I want to talk with you guys about why I hated language learning so much in my school years and why I now like language learning so much, and it's one of my biggest hobbies. And I'm also really curious about your school experience and how you learned maybe a second language in school, and if you liked it, was it a pleasure or displeasure? I went to a German school because I'm from Germany, and there you have to learn a language. And I learned English and French. We started English in the third grade and French, I think, in the sixth grade. Yeah, and now, today, I cannot do one French sentence. I cannot create one French sentence anymore. And even for English, I think I have made the biggest progress after school. So I was really thinking about this topic, and I wanted to talk with you about 3 reasons why I think I hated it so much in school, and what now is different from my past language learning experience. The first and most important reason why I hated it is that I had no why. I had no intrinsic motivation. In German schools, it's like the kind of school I went to. You have to learn a second language, you have to learn English. That's an obligation. It's not your decision. And in the kind of school I went, also, you have to learn a second language. That was French. I didn't brainstorm why I want to learn this language, and today I know the reason why you should learn English. Today I have multiple reasons why I'm really grateful for learning English. I need it on my workplace. I can travel more and more flexible because in many countries people speak English, and if you need help, then you can ask your questions in English, and it's so much easier. Also, this YouTube channel, this video, I think I can reach more people and can motivate more people to learn languages if I speak in English than in German. And that's all multiple reasons that I didn't had in this time. If I would now go to the past, I would tell myself why it's important, so that I have more intrinsic motivation and would research how I can learn this language in an efficient way and a pleasure way. My second reason why I hated language learning in school is that I was so afraid of making mistakes. And today I know it's so an enjoyable process to speak in the language, listen to the language, to watch movies, to have a conversation with a native speaker is invaluable. And I know today that every mistake I do is an opportunity to learn. And today I am really happy if I do a mistake, and I just learn from it and I try to do it the next time better. Also with these videos, I'm speaking English, and if I cut it afterwards, I hear all the mistakes, all the grammar mistakes, all the pronunciation mistakes, and I'm so, I don't like it. Oh, why did I say it like this? And why do I have this German accent? But you just learn a language even when you use it and when you're not afraid of doing failures. And my past self in school, I was so afraid to do failures, and especially in front of 30 other kids. It was so stressful, and I also had a lot of teachers who were so focused on correct my words, correct my grammar, correct my pronunciation, that I was so in defensive modus, and I was so afraid of being corrected by my teacher. And it's their job, but I should also try to speak more fluent and do failures and not be corrected in front of 30 other kids all the time. So yeah, it just lead to that when I was a child in school, I just prepared every sentence in advance, and then I have spoken in front of the class, and yeah, that's not fluent. If you prepare it in your head, you cannot do a conversation. How could you talk to someone and have a normal conversation if you have to prepare every sentence and every word and every grammar point in your head in before? Language learning is not really an active and conscious process. It's more unconscious, and you just have to consume and produce and just try it. I think an environment where you just speak with one person who's not judging you and maybe correct you from time to time, but give you the space to just try to create your sentence and without any stress, then it's a better environment to learn. And I didn't have this in school, and I think that's a problem in many schools and for many students. My last point why I hated language learning in school is that we had really, really boring textbooks, really boring resources which we learned with. Even the books we had to read during our English classes during the year were not really exciting. And what also was a problem that a long time we had vocabulary tests. And for the vocabulary test, we just had to learn a list of words with the German translation to the English translation. And I had no example sentence and no context where this word was used. So my biggest problem and my problem today is that I use some words in the wrong context. And it's so hard to learn because I didn't know how can I learn this. And I think the best solution is to learn words in context, to learn with books and text and videos and podcasts, and listen and watch the target language content. We had not so interesting content in school and not so motivated teachers in every year. Sometimes it was, go on textbook page 55 and do the exercise 4A and connect words. And on the other side, we also had sometimes listening comprehension for the exam. And the listening comprehension was someone was speaking with a high accent, and they was driving a subway and cars, and you have heard everything else, but not the people who spoke in the text you had to listen to. So yeah, really really funny sometimes, the resources you learned with. So I would say it's more efficient, more pleasure, and would be more helpful, more helpful if you would choose your target content, your content which you are interested in. And that is something you can do, of course, in your free time. If you want to learn this language, you can choose content that you like and consume videos, podcasts, or books in your target language. But even as a teacher who's doing classes, you could improve your lessons so much if you just would ask your students what are the topics that are relevant for them and what are the topics they want to talk about, and also find different ways of consuming content in the target language could help a lot more than today we do this listening comprehension of textbook 1 and do the number exercise 5, and as a homework write a story which everyone will copy paste in Google Translate or Deeply or ChatGPT today. So it's not so helpful. What you really want in your language is to understand videos, to understand another person, and to have a real life conversation in real time and not preparing sentence. That were all my 3 whys why I hated language learning in school. And today I learned a lot, and I would change my perspective on the things I can do and I could change on my own. So you cannot change your classes, you cannot change the students you are learning with, you cannot change your school, you cannot change your teacher. But my 3 reasons I could work on. I could try to find my why it would be helpful to learn this language. What do I want to do in this target language in the future? I could also work on my mindset about failures and mistakes and see them more as an opportunity. And I could also search in my free time for content that is interesting me, that I'm more interested in, and watch videos or read books in my target language without subtitles in your native language, of course. And yeah, that were 3 things I could work on. And I would give this advice to my past self if I could. So I give this advice to you. And if you need more motivation and you like this video and you have written a comment how you experience this in learning languages in school and today, then I have here a next video about how to stay motivated during language learning and what were my experience and my advices and tips to you to help you. And then I wish you a good day, nice rest of the week whenever you are watching this, and bye bye!